What's going on, beautiful people? It's your girl Danielle Jeffers, founder of Doe 4 Degrees LLC. Doe 4 Degrees is a scholarship coaching company where I teach students how to earn scholarships to go to college and graduate debt-free. Today I'm going to talk to you about the second video for this series, Habits of Scholarship Winners, the September 2019 College Edition. Let's go. Alright, so if you haven't checked out the high school edition for the September 2019 version of Habits of Scholarship Winners, and you want to go check that out because it provides 3 steps that you need to take in September of 2019 to ensure your success in scholarships and your progress toward graduating debt-free. If you're unfamiliar of what this series is about, Habits of Scholarship Winners, there's an intro video that you can watch as well. I will link all of that information below, but basically to summarize it, I spent a lot of time studying the greats like Whitney Houston, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Elvis, just to name a few, and to understand what tendencies or habits they had in place that enabled them to be successful. And what I've come to realize is there are a lot of parallels between the habits they had to be successful and the habits I have. As a scholarship winner of more than $200,000 in scholarships and a debt-free graduate, I know what it takes to reach that level of success. And I also know how disciplined and how I had to make habitual decisions in order to see the results I saw and produce the desires of my heart. But what I know that I tend to be very private when I'm learning something. I don't tend to divulge information until I've taken time to reflect and gain a deeper understanding of what I just went through. And so this is an exercise of me teaching the habits I implemented to be successful. And so each month I'll be doing 2 editions of this series, Habits of Scholarship Winners. I will do a high school edition and a college edition, providing steps that students need to take who are in those positions or who will be moving from one position to the next to be successful. And if you fall behind a month, or if you don't take the steps I suggest, then please take them as soon as possible, because I'm just here to help you. I'm here to be of assistance. And so the first step for college students, here we go. It's to prepare your information to submit your FAFSA. The FAFSA opens on October 1st, 2019. That is the 2020-2021 FAFSA. And that FAFSA requires you to have your 2018 tax return and your parents' 2018 tax return. And so what you want to do is take the time to collect those materials now and put them in a safe place so that you can submit your FAFSA within the first 2 weeks of it opening. The reason why I encourage students to submit their FAFSA by the end of October, to be honest, is because this information is what will allow you to win more scholarships to help you get a deeper understanding of how much money in scholarships you'll need to go to college. And so the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, is a federal government document submitted online on the website, and I'll link that in the description box as well, by the student, and the parents can contribute as well. How would someone submit the FAFSA? Well, the first thing you want to do, and now is the perfect time before it opens, is to go on their website and create your FAFSA ID. I believe they call it the FSA ID. And so the student needs one, and the parents will need one individually as well. And what that allows you to do, let's say I'm a student, I know my tax information, I can go in and submit it. And if it's more convenient for a parent to do so on their own time, they can log in with their login and do that. But what you want to do is to take advantage of this opportunity you have to prepare for that moment and go ahead and collect your 2018 tax returns and create your FAFSA ID and put that information in a safe place. Now, when you submit your FAFSA, you will provide that financial information, which will help the government assess your household income, how much the people in your household bring in. They will also take into account whether you have any siblings who are in college or who are going to college soon. And that will help them determine what your EFC, or your estimated family contribution, will be. How much does the federal government anticipate or expect your family to contribute to the cost of your education? Now, when you look at financial aid, the college is usually going to subtract your EFC from the COA, the cost of attendance. And if any of these terms seem weird or unfamiliar to you, I created a series called Quick Steps to Graduate Debt Free, where I teach students the basic language of financial aid and scholarships. And that link is on my website. It's in the description box as well. But you want to know that figure so that you can anticipate whether you'll be able to qualify for need-based or merit-based scholarships. And if you are unfamiliar with what those are, then please go watch my previous video where I tell that in depth. And that previous video I'm talking about is the Habits of Scholarship Winners, a September 2019 high school edition. Okay, so that's the first step, is to prepare to submit your FAFSA on October 1st. Now the second step I want to tap into is the fact that you want to have a conversation with your parents. You want to ask your parents how much can they contribute to the cost of your education from this day forward. Once again, how much can your parents contribute to the cost of your education from this day forward? Some college students are already in school. They've been in school for a couple semesters or a semester or two, and they been in school for a couple years, and so they're already knocking down some of the time they need to put in to get their degree. But you want to know how much your parents can contribute to the cost of your education from this day forward. And once you have that number, it'll help you identify exactly how much money you need to earn scholarships. And if you don't know how to do that, once again, that Quick Steps to Graduate Debt Free series has a lot of information in it. It's a 3-part video series where I break down the language of financial aid and also help you identify your scholarship need, as well as connecting you to some scholarships that you can begin to apply for right now. So the third thing you want to do is you want to research the scholarship opportunities available to you at your college and in the surrounding area. And what you want to do when you're researching is basically you want to go online to the college's webpage, go to the financial aid page, and see if they have outside scholarship opportunities on their website. Now, what's the difference between an outside scholarship and a regular scholarship? Well, if you watch the previous video, then you'll understand the difference between need-based and merit-based aid. But a scholarship can come from an institution, it can come from a national organization, it can come from a local community, it can come from a region, or be offered to students who live in a particular region of the United States or in the world. And so what you want to understand is those outside scholarship opportunities are typically given to the student, awarded to the student, but they're given to the school on the student's behalf. So what do I mean? If an institution were to offer me a scholarship, let's say for instance, I did when I applied to different schools, they were offering me different financial aid packages, and some of them were giving me specific scholarships if I chose that school. That's an institutional scholarship. It's given to me, but it's tied to me attending a certain school. And when I chose to go to Virginia Tech, I lost those scholarships because I didn't go to that school. But outside scholarships are tied to the student. So those scholarships follow me wherever I go, no matter which school I go to. And they're written to the school of my choice on my behalf. And so what you want to do is see what your school has to offer in terms of institutional scholarships, but also outside scholarships. And so you want to log in and you want to go to the you want to go to the student's webpage and go to the financial aid page and see what they have available. If you don't see anything, if you're like, I can't find it, then just call the financial aid office and ask them, do you all have any institutional scholarships available, or does X, Y, and Z institution or college or whatever offer any scholarships, or is there a page online dedicated to scholarships? And when you find that, you also want to ask them what the deadlines are of those opportunities, and you want to take special notes to put those deadlines in your phone, on your calendar, on your refrigerator, somewhere where you will see it every day and you can remind yourself of the deadlines. Because one thing that a scholarship winner does is they remember their deadlines and they practice the philosophy or the habit of beating the deadline. You don't want to wait until the last minute to submit the scholarship. You don't want to procrastinate, because if you procrastinate, you're preventing or delaying your success. You want to take advantage of the opportunity you have and put forth your best effort, so therefore you can get the best results. When you have to do something, you get poor results. When you put forth all you have, even if you don't get the results you wanted, you will know what it takes to get that level of execution and to have that level of opportunity or potential success right in front of you. And so the scholarships I tried to wait until the last minute to do, I didn't win them. But those that I was thoroughly planning for my success and I put time in every single day or every single week to work toward that scholarship, those are the ones I won. And so I know what it takes to win scholarships. And on top of that, I will also say it's important for you to identify why you want to graduate debt free, or why you want to win X amount of scholarships. And once you do that, hey, everything's easier, because you're tying your dedication, your hard work, your diligence, your sacrifice to a purpose and an end result. And every time you feel like quitting, every time you feel like procrastinating, it will remind you of why you're going so hard. So for me, why did I want to work so hard to win my scholarships? It was because I wanted financial freedom. I don't like owing anyone anything. I don't like being in debt. I like freedom. I like the ability to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, where I want to do it, who I want to do it with. I don't like people telling me what to do. And on top of that, I wanted to live my life on my terms. I just said that. But I also wanted to be able to provide for my family, my future family. And I knew if I took out student loans that it would limit my ability to do so, because I'll be paying someone back for experience I had when I was 18, between the ages of 18 and 22. I'll be paying someone back for the next 18, 20, 30, 40 years of my life. I refuse to do that, which goes to the point that I refuse to live my life with regrets. I won't waste time. I hate wasting time. And so those are a few reasons why I worked so hard when I was in school to win my scholarships. But once you identify why you are willing to work so hard to win your scholarships, then hey, everything gets a little bit easier, because it doesn't look like a task that's so hard up front. It just looks like something you need to complete to get to the level of success that you want. So that's my suggestions. Once again, to recap it, there are 3 things you need to do in September 2019 to see your success in regards to earning scholarships to hopefully graduate debt-free as a college student. The first thing you need to do is to prepare to submit your FAFSA that opens on October 1st, 2019. The second thing you need to do is also to talk with your parents and see how much they can contribute to the cost of your education from this day forward. And also, I forgot to mention, you want to have a conversation with yourself and ask yourself how much you're willing to sacrifice and put to the side to help pay your expenses and your bills. Because once again, this is your life and you're in control of it, and you have to take accountability for your actions. And number 3, you want to make sure that you research the scholarship opportunities available to you through your school, and those outside scholarship opportunities available to you through the local community. And that's going to take some time, calling some businesses, doing some research. But hey, it'll help you out. Once again, check the description box for supplemental resources and opportunities I mentioned throughout this video. I look forward to seeing y'all soon.